Dear students, we were discussing about structure-activity relationships of barbiturates in the last video. Now I am continuing from there. In barbituric acid, if you see the position C1, carbon 1 and carbon at position 3, alkylation at position 1 and 3 carbons. It will result in shorter onset, that means quick onset of action, and duration of action will be quicker, because if we add methyl group to the nitrogen, it will reduce the acidity value of that barbiturate. So that is the reason. And if we see at the position 2, the replacement of oxygen by sulfur, if sulfur is added in the position of oxygen at carbon 2, that will increase the lipid solubility. So if the drug is more soluble in lipid, it will shortens the duration of action and also the onset of action. Fine. So if you see at the carbon 4 and 6, introduction of more sulfur at positions will decrease the hypnotic activity. So there should be medium lipophilicity, and both polarity and non-polarity parts of the drug are important, as we discussed in the first chapter, right? If it is more lipophilic, it will be more soluble in lipid, and it will lead to the crossing blood-brain barrier, as well as if it is more lipophilic than the required, it will get trapped inside the body. If it is more polar, it will get excreted out of the body without showing the action. So both lipophilicity as well as polarity of the molecule are equally important. Fine. With this, we have completed structure-activity relationships of barbituric acids. Now we see the second part of the unit, that is antipsychotics, otherwise known as tranquilizers. See, we have to learn the classification first. I am skipping all through to the classification. The major classes of phenothiazines, antipsychotics, include phenothiazines, which are further divided into aliphatics, piperidines, piperazines. And the second category includes thioxanthines, examples thiothixine and chlorprothoxine. Third category is dibenzoxazepines, example loxapine. Fourth category is dibenzodiazepine, example clozapine. Fifth one is fluorobutyrophenones, examples haloperidol and droperidol. Sixth category is benzoisoxazole, example risperidone. And seventh one is beta aminoketones, example include molindone hydrochloride. The last category is benzamides, example sulpride. Fine. So if you observe, the first category is phenothiazines. Aliphatics, there are examples. Those are promazine hydrochloride, chlorpromazine hydrochloride, triflupromazine. The subcategory of phenothiazines, that is piperidines, is having thioridazine hydrochloride, piperacetazine hydrochloride as examples. The third category under phenothiazines is piperazines. Right? Examples: prochlorperazine, malate is the salt form; trifluoperazine hydrochloride. Hydrochloride is the salt form. Hydrochloride, malate, all these are salt forms of the drugs. Let us continue to the structure-activity relationships of phenothiazines. Right? Phenothiazines. If you observe, there is a linear fusion of 3 rings. 1, 2, 3 rings. 3 rings. Among 3, 2 are phenyl rings. This one and this one are phenyl rings fused on both sides of the thiazine. Thia indicates sulfur, aza indicates nitrogen. It's a 6-membered cyclic ring with sulfur and nitrogen as 2 heteroatoms. When we go further in the lesson, this sulfur will be replaced with nitrogen, so the ring will become diazine. Oxygen, if it is sulfur is replaced with oxygen, it will become oxazine. Okay, you have to remember these points. If you see the numbering, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there is a side chain attached to the 10th position. That side chain will have propyl group. 1, 2, 3, 3 carbons propyl, and this is further attached to N nitrogen, that is amine. Okay, so the activity of these phenothiazine category drugs depends on the substitutions on the ring, fused ring system, one aspect. The other substitutions will affect which are there on the side chain attached to the 10th position nitrogen. Okay, so here I have clearly mentioned in the notes that these phenothiazine drugs are lipophilic linearly fused tricyclic system. 3 rings are there, so tricyclic system, linearly fused, okay, attached to each one side by side. So here the ring system acts as lipophilic unit and the side chain acts as polar unit of the drug molecule. Fine. So here it is mentioned in detail. The nature of side chain at C10. Carbon 10 is replaced with nitrogen atom. That nitrogen is further attached with the side chain, propylamine side chain. And the substitution at amino group attached to the side chain will also changes the properties of the drug. And the substituents on the aromatic nucleus. The aromatic nucleus is this one. And right, so let us see in detail. If phenothiazine ring is substituted, what will be the action, whether it decrease or increase? So the best position for the substitution is the second position, that is with electronegative group or atom. Earlier structure activity relationships we saw chloride atom as electronegative atom attached to the what? The sedative hypnotic drugs. There also the electronegative atom attached to the benzodiazepines was chloride atom. Here also the same case, and it will increase the activity. Example, chlorpromazine. Promazine structure attached with chlorine atom is more potent. Okay. The substituent at position 3 shows significant activity compared to the unsubstituted. That means if it is position 3, if substituted is better than the unsubstituted, and but not significant as the substituent at position 2. Position 3 can be substituted, but it is not that much effective than the substituent at position 2. Fine. Substitution at first and fourth has deleterious effect on antipsychotic activity. That means the positions first and fourth should not be substituted. If it is substituted, the activity will be reduced. Okay. The sulfur atom, if it is oxidized, right? Sulfur atom, where it is? Sulfur atom is at 5th position. Sulfur atom is at 5th position. If it is substituted with oxygen, that means oxidized. If sulfur is oxidized, that could be S double bond O, right? The neuroleptic activity will be decreased. So sulfur should not be touched. Fine. So if we see modifications on alkyl side chain attached at 10th position, this side chain. Let us see what happens. 3 carbon atom chain between position 10 and the amino nitrogen is required. That means the carbon chain should have 3 carbons. Okay, that carbon chain should be placed between position 10, where nitrogen is there in the ring, and amino group that is attached at the end of these 3 carbon side chain. Shortening or lengthening the chain will decrease the activity. So ideal length of the chain is 3 carbons. If it is added with extra carbons or the remaining the already existing carbons are removed, the activity may be decreased. Okay. Then the 3 carbon atom side chain may be necessary because it permits the maximum resemblance of most preferred conformational form of dopamine. So here in neurological diseases, psychotic diseases, dopamine is the chief central nervous system neurotransmitter that affects the mood swings of a psychotic patient. Now our drug, if it is having a 3 carbon side chain, that will resemble the natural dopamine inside the CNS. So that is the preferred conformation. And substitution on propylene chain of phenothiazine, that means which is present at 10th position, that has some antipsychotic potency. For example, if a methyl group is attached to carbon 1, that will decrease the activity. And if oxygen is introduced at carbon 1 of the side chain, we are discussing about side chain, it results in antidepressant like action. So on the top of antipsychotic action, there will be antidepressant action if oxygen is introduced at carbon 1. Okay, example is chloracizine. Okay, third point, introduction of methyl group at carbon 2 or carbon 3 of the side chain has little influence. So carbon 2 and carbon 3 better to leave without any substitution. And carbon at position 3 of the side chain and position 1 of the phenothiazine ring, if they are bridged, that means if they, let us assume that these 3 rings and the side chain and the last carbon and the ring, if they are bridged, there will be reduction in the neuroleptic activity. Then if we see the modification of basic amino group, you know, if this is the aromatic side chain, aromatic nucleus and side chain at 10th position having 3 carbons and a nitrogen. Now we are talking about modification of this nitrogen. Maximum potency is retained in compound having tertiary amino group. Activity is reduced with secondary and primary amino group. So it should be, nitrogen should be a tertiary nitrogen group. That means nitrogen should be further attached to 3 other substituents. Fine. And secondary and primary amines are not that effective. Alkylation, if alkyl group is attached to the amino group, there will be a decrease in neuroleptic activity as it increases the size of the molecule. Then activity is retained, activity remains as such or increased if the amino group is incorporated in cyclic systems like piperidine and piperazine. That means if the side chain of 3 carbons and amino, if it is attached with some heterocyclic ring, if nitrogen is included as a part of heterocyclic ring, it will also increase the activity. If at all it is not increasing the activity, it will at least retains the already existing activity of the drug. Okay, and potency of the compound increases with substitution of hydroxymethyl hydroxyethyl group at carbon 4 of piperidine or piperazine. Okay, that means 1, 2, 3, 4. If carbon 4 of piperidine or piperazine ring is attached with OH or methyl group or hydroxyethyl groups, that will increase the activity. Fine. Piperazine phenothiazines may be esterified with long chain fatty acids to produce slowly absorbable long acting lipophilic drugs. So if a piperazine ring is attached with fatty acids are very lengthy, they will make the molecule big, so that can be utilized as a slow releasing drug formulation. Slow action can be achieved by attachment of fatty acids. So if the amino group is protonated, then the carbon 2 which resembles like dopamine, the neurotransmitter of central nervous system, right? Then the phenothiazine neuroleptics mediate their pharmacological effects mainly through interaction of D2 type dopamine receptors. Dopamine acts on dopamine receptors. The neurotransmitter is dopamine and it acts through dopamine receptors. Those are further categorized as D1, D2, D3, D4, D5. Okay, here D2 type of receptor is the concern when it comes to antipsychotic drugs. And the sulfur at carbon 5 is looks like a hydroxyl group on dopamine. So it is very much resembling the activity where there needs a receptor binding. Okay, when the neurotransmitter binds the receptor, then only the action can be produced. So the sulfur on the drug will resemble hydroxy group of the dopamine. That means it will be helpful in attaching to the D2 type of receptor. Okay, so this is the structure activity relationship of phenothiazines. Let us see the structures. Here also, if you remember the structure of phenothiazine, you can easily remember the other structures, and the technique we always follow is comparison. What all are the differences, what all are the similarities among the structures. So first one is chlorpromazine. Chlor indicates that there is a chlorine atom attached to the promazine. Azine indicates the phenothiazine ring. Phenothiazine ring attached to the chlorine atom, and side chain propylamine, and R1 is a methyl group, R2 is a methyl group. If you have to practice this structure till you remember, and then you have to compare the upcoming structures with this chlorpromazine structure. The second one is promazine. First one is chlorpromazine, this one is simply promazine. So there is no chlorine, that's it. If chlorine is not there, that is promazine hydrochloride. Next, you need to know the synthesis of chlorpromazine. For this, the starting material is diphenylamine. Diphenylamine, one phenyl, two phenyl attached to amino group. That is diphenylamine is added with sulfur, so it takes cyclization. Cyclization will get phenothiazine ring. Then on oxidative nitration, sulfur will be attached to double bond. Sulfur is oxidized and attached with a nitro group. This nitro group further reduced to amino group with the help of tin and hydrochloric acid. And upon diazotization, because here diazosalts are formed, that is why the process is diazotization. Sodium nitrite is used for the purpose at very low temperature, ice cold temperature, and this diazosalts are converted to chloride, so that we have a penultimate compound, that is 2-chlorophenothiazine ring. Now it is attached with this side chain, that is 3-chlorodimethyl propylamine. So we will get the final compound, that is chlorpromazine. So here chlor means chloroatom, pro means propyl, amine side chain. Okay, azine indicates phenothiazine ring, azine phenothiazine ring, propylamine side chain. Okay, this is how you need to remember the structure and synthesis. Okay, chlorpromazine is the first tranquilizer or antipsychotic drug of the phenothiazine group. It is used in the treatment of psychotic disorders and depressive illness. Okay. Next, let us see the structure triflupromazine. What is the difference here? Here CF3, triflu, 3 fluorine atoms are the substituent. Are at the substituent position instead of chlorine. Thioridazine, thio indicates sulfur, right? Sulfur is there in the substituent. Sulfur, which is further attached to methyl group, is there as substituent in place of chloride, as well as you have piperazine ring. Piperazine ring. You have to remember that in thioridazine you have sulfur attached to methyl group instead of chlorine, and in side chain instead of 3 carbons you have only 2 carbons, and the amine is as part of heterocyclic ring, that is piperazine. If you see fifth compound, that is piperacetazine. Here aceta is the key word. That means there is an acetyl group instead of chlorine. And you have again piperazine, that is further attached to ethanol. Okay. Then the sixth one is prochlorperazine maleate. Maleate is the salt form. Here it is not written. Maleate is not there here in chemical structure. Maleate is not there. Okay. Prochlorperazine. Here the ring is piperazine. So you have to remember that perazine is the piperazine ring. And the next one is trifluperazine. Trifluperazine has again the same structure as prochlorperazine, but here instead of chlorine it is trifluoromethane. Fine. Then comes thiothixene. Thiothixene. What is the difference in the ring system? Here instead of nitrogen it is carbon. Okay, this is sulfur carbon 6-membered ring system. Okay, thiothixene. Thiothixene has sulfur attached to dimethyl amino group, and in propylamine side chain it is having as a heterocyclic ring, that is piperazine. Okay. Then the next one is loxapine. Loxapines, again the ring system changed. Here instead of sulfur it is oxygen. Instead of sulfur it is oxygen, and this is succinate salt form. Succinate salt form. Okay. And the side chain, instead of propylamine side chain it is piperazine side chain. Okay. Then comes clozapine. Clozapine is having, again the ring is changed here. See what is the difference? Here instead of sulfur nitrogen is there. That is the reason it is different from the chlorpromazine, and this one is now common. Next comes haloperidol. Haloperidol, here halo indicates halogen. The halogen here is fluorine, and this all indicates there is an alcohol group. So you have to remember that it is a butane, right? And carbonyl group and 4-carbon linear chain is attached one side with the phenyl group, that is further having fluorine as attachment, and the other side it is, what is this? Piperidine, tetrahydropyridine ring, which is further attached with an alcohol group at para position as well as phenyl chloride. If we see, the next one is droperidol. Droperidol is somewhat similar to haloperidol, but the difference is in the side chain attached to the last carbon. This is the difference between haloperidol and droperidol. Then comes the risperidone. Risperidone is having this as the main ring. This is pyrimidine, and this is pyridine. But there are no double bonds. It is tetrahydropyridine. Tetrahydropyridine and pyrimidine are fused together. Remember pyridine and pyrimidine. Both are fused and they are further bridged with the help of ethyl bridge and to the tetrahydropyridine again, and this is having a fused ring system, that is having oxazole fused with a phenyl ring. Fine. It is looking little complex, but by the time you practice each drug you will be able to remember the similarities and differences, and will be able to effectively remember the structures. So the practice is the only key. Next comes molindone. Molindone. Here, indole. Where is indole? This is a dihydroindole. Okay. Phenyl group attached to pyrrole. A benzene ring fused with pyrrole is indole. But here double bonds are missing. Okay. So this is reduced form of indole, and it is having methyl substitutions on pyrrole ring, and further this side it is attached with methyl group, that is further attached with oxazine. Oxazine. Molindone includes this ring system. Fine. Then comes the last one is sulfide. Sulfide, you remember Su for sulfur group. Alright. Amine attached to amine. So the central atom is a benzene ring, a phenyl ring. One side it is attached to sulfur and amine, and the other side it is attached to OCS3, and other side chain includes an amide link and followed by a methyl bridge and followed by a tetrahydropyrrole, which is having ethyl group as attachment to the nitrogen. This is how you remember the structures. Each structure you need to practice n number of times till you remember. Each time you practice, you have to compare the name and try to remember as many as substituents as possible. That is the way to remember the chemical structures. And these antipsychotics are used in the treatment of schizophrenia, that is a mental disorder. Fine. With this, we are done with the second topic, that is called antipsychotics or neuroleptics or tranquilizers. Fine. Thank you.